Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing the lower track control arm on this Skoda Octavia. We're going to be doing both sides. They're both in a terrible state, and it's a TDI 1.6 model, so yeah, the nuts are seized. And when it was brought into the garage, the fella in the garage could not open the bolts. They were so badly seized, so we're going to grind them out, get them out, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. So if this video is anyway helpful, please subscribe, leave a comment if you like, share. Yep, let's get the job done. Okay, sorry about the noise. Right, we have the clamp on here. You put it on here, and use the mat tool just to sort of squeeze the tension off the spring. There we go. That's enough. That's it. Look. Yeah, this. Yeah. There we go. That's it. You squeeze the spring, take the tension off. Make sure make sure that you have it correctly on in the position. Just 1 second, and I get this right. Just give me a second. Make sure that the clamp is on properly. It's hooking it nicely. Right, next step is we've taken out the jack, so the pressure's off. The clamp is clamped together, the spring is clamped. This is the bolt we have to get off now. This is going to be some work, I'd say. This one's going to be fairly seized, I would imagine. But what we're going to do is we're going to have to get this off now. So that's the next job. Then the job after that, we're just going to cut this here, because this one here has just gone too much, and we need to keep the bolt on this side here. Get the camera in there to show. Yeah, I need to keep this bolt here. So that's the next job. Now the next step is we're going to take off the bolts from, let's zoom out here now, on this arm here now, and I'm going to take off them. And we take them here with a ratchet on this side, spanner on this side, and an 18mm. So we just undo them. We have the spring clamped, and we're going to do them. We'll take out the bolt, and we'll cut this one out then, and we'll show you that there now in a second when we take this out. When we take this bolt out and the spring released, we'll show you then. We're cutting out this then. So back in a second. I'm going to take out this. We got the nut out from it, so we just unscrew it. It seems to come out by this way using a ratchet, size 18. The jack is holding the bottom of it anyway, just for safety. But I'm going to unscrew it out. So that's the next thing we're doing. And then I'm just going to lower the jack, because the spring is clamped, and I'm going to cut this out, as I say every time. But anyway, we'll get there back in 1 minute. Here, get the bolt out in the lower arm, left hand side. This is UK Ireland model Skoda Octavia 2010 1.6 TDI. Right, here we go. This wasn't too bad to get out. Just used a lump hammer just to give it a few taps on the nut on the opposite side, and I can there we go. Right, so we slowly lower down.
No, on the other side of the road.
Yes.
Is that?
Yeah. Slowly lower this down now. Then she goes. Then she goes. Then she goes. And there we are. And that's it. There we go. The spring. Now, remove the spring. As you can see, well clamped. Safety at all times. Right, so the next step is, as I say, we're going to cut out the other part We'll be with you in a second. And what I one tip I want to share, which is just to put, always put things back in place into wherever you take them, you know what I mean? Just even though that's going to be thrown away, just to keep them in place, you know what I mean? The nut, I'll put the nut in that in a sec. So everything back in its place. I'll put it in here actually, and we find the nut and we'll off and then. Right, next step. Right, after grinding this one out, get an 18 spanner and I'll do this here now. From it being stubborn and seized, it's surrendered. It's surrendered to the car team. Let's get this out. There we go. Sorry, I was blocking for you. So, quite a stubborn thing to get off when I like this, but you know, when I went to the garage to get recalibrated, you know, the tracking and balance and done all that, I couldn't get it off, so I said, bring it in here and we'll take it off. But anyway, so that's where we are. So cut off the bolt from the set from in here, and then it'll just fall off, and then just screw the rest out. We'll be back when we take off this. There we have it out. As you can see here with this bolt, we just cut it out, still nice and hot. But yeah, it's terrible state. Everything was seized. So this is the new one here anyway. We have one for the left and one for the right. Just if we look, the springs out there now and everything. We're going to do the opposite side now in a second. And but I'm just going to stick on this side for this video, just to show the replacement of this one. But anyway, back in a second. Outside, starts raining, beautiful rain. It's going to clear up now in a second. It's passing by, but anyway, boys are in there getting that in there now. Yeah, right. We have the first one in, so we just have the bolts in. Just, you know, they're just hand tight on both sides, getting it ready. You know, we're going to put it in the spring. That's the next step now. So this side first, and then get the spring in then second. We're just about to put it back in. Look at the spring here. There's a nipple on the bottom. Look here, there's a hole here for where that goes, and then the top piece fits in here. So right, that's the next step. Quick update here. We have this one in here on the left hand side. Spring and all is what I'll do is on the other side I'll do a quick video to show how to put the spring in and get it in correctly, all in the right place. Nuts are all nice and tight, all 100%. Brakes back on, you name it. Lovely job. But this is quite simple job. So the same with this one here. I'm going to get the grinder. I have this, you can see. I don't know if you can see, I'm going a bit closer there. Too close. I have been trying to cut it out there. But the grinder is, the blade's a bit too small, so the grinders have the new piece came with without this bolt here, so we need to keep this and reuse it. But yeah, back in 2 minutes. Now we got the other one out. I cut that out in the normal state. So next step is we put in this new one and the spring. Now the last time what we done was we took the tension off the spring, we loosened it off, and when we fit it on this side of the bar, and then we put the spring back into place. See the nipple there goes into this here, and then we just jacked it back up. So that's the way we're going to do this now. Yeah, we have the other side complete. Looking good. You can see here how quick the brake disc rusted to me off. It's like not even a couple of hours. But anyway, now it's back in place. Looking good. Now the first part is to get this here into this spot over here. So that's the first step anyway, replacing it. So what he's going to do is he's going to put in these in here. You see the oval shape, and there's a certain way they have to go, and that's what moves this in and out in order to get the correct alignment for the wheels. So there you go. And then go on the other side, and then what we're going to do is we'll lift it up get the spring in. I'll show you how to do that then. Yeah, there you go. So back in a second. And look, as we can see, little rubber nipple.
It's actually steel.
There you go, and it's sitting in the hole. So we have the spring loosened. With the spring loosened, we're going to jack it up now into position here. And on this side I left it. There's the shocks in. Just there you go, up you go. Tiny bit, that's it, tiny bit more. Just another little bit, another bit, there we go. So we get the bolt in that back in a second. 18 spanner, 18 ratchet for the inside of it.
Your old man assistant.
Oh yes. And then we have this one here done. So just have the nut in place, ready to tighten up this side too. Yep, right, let's get this side done. So basically all I'm going to do is tighten up this now, and that's basically it. So that's how you do the last job done, easy. Right, we're finally finished here now. So as you can see, it's 18mm bolts if you're doing these, 18, and it's both sides 18. So we got it done. You can take that jack off there, Evan, if you want. So pretty simple job, but I took off the shock and the brake disc and pad on this side. You don't have to do that. You can just take off the use the spring tensioner to tighten up the spring, and then just unbolt it here and let it drop then, and then when you're replacing it, then you just take the tension off the spring and put it back into place. And you can see here's a nipple here. Fit it into this, make sure it's nice and snug up there on the top. Use your jack to jack it up into a position where you bolt it in here and get it nice and tight. That's it, that's the easy way to do it. But this is the first time I ever done this. Job's done anyway. Take this jack down, Evan. So that's it. I hope this video is useful to someone along the line, and if you watch it all, you can like, comment, subscribe, would be nice. Thank you, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.